Yo guys, welcome to a new video, and I just realized that out of all the top 5 videos and other game related videos I've done, I've never done a top 5 games of all time, so I thought today I would do that. So out of all these games ranging from various different consoles from various different generations, I will be doing a top 5 games of all time out of all these games that you see on screen. So yeah, with that said, let's get into it. Coming up on number 5, we have The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds for the 3DS. Now this game is absolutely fun. It takes place after the first game, A Link to the Past, and it kind of picks up on that, but this time like 400 years in the future. I also really love the concept of when you can go inside the walls as a painting. I always love that. It's a really cool concept to introduce new puzzles to the game. And the dungeons are really fun, and I always love the centipede boss fight. Don't ask me why. Also, I really love the side quests in the game where you have to find all these pixie whatever they're called. I always just love the attention to detail to the side missions. They didn't even have to add it. Well, with that said, let's move on to the number 4 spot. Coming up at number 4, we have Stray for the PS4. Now, if you saw my top 5 PS4 games, this was my number 3 pick, but now it's my favorite PS4 game of all time after I've beaten it twice. And so you won't see any other PS4 games on this list, but this game is a really fun game. I want to talk about the graphics real quick. The graphics look amazing, especially on PS5. And the story is actually pretty unique. It takes place in a time where all the humans have vanished. They died. They got murked. Yes, it is a really short game. I kind of wish it was a bit longer. But one of my favorite parts of the game is towards the end of the game, where you can look at everywhere you've been outside this window with this amazing view. Always loved it. Just looks nice, and you can just stare at it for hours. And I really love exploring through the slums and the midtown and all the other cities in the game. And that's my number 4 pick. Coming up at number 3, we have Paper Mario Origami King for the Nintendo Switch. If you saw my top 5 Switch games, this was my number 1 pick. And I still stand by that. This is my favorite Switch game. And because this game is absolutely amazing. Yes, it's really the only Paper Mario game I ever really played, but it's still a really fun game. It feels like an open world game. Even though it's kind of not, it kind of does feel like one though. Also, I love the concept with this game where all the origamis are enemies and the papers aren't. It's like some discrimination type of stuff. Also, the story is actually pretty good in this game too, surprisingly for a Nintendo game, but the story is actually pretty good. And I also love how Luigi always tries to find the key. He never finds it because he always fails at it, but hey. And I always love the worlds in this game. Even just the generic worlds are also still just really good. And that's my number 3 pick. Coming up at number 2, we have Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS5. This game is a really fun game. I love the combat mechanics so much in this game with the electric attacks or venom dashes or whatever they're called. It's always really fun. And I love how this game picks up right after the first game. And it really just shows and also kind of recaps of what happened on the first game, which is really cool. And this game is just about Miles Morales. Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, decides to dip out of there and go on vacation because he doesn't give a fuck. And Miles Morales is left on his own, causing havoc throughout the whole city, costing millions of dollars in damages, but he saves the day. But this game's still a really fun game. I love the story of this game. And I cannot wait for Spider-Man 2. I already pre-ordered it. Coming up at number 1, we have Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Nintendo Wii. This game is a really fun game. I honestly think it's the better game than the original. It's a better game than the original. And this is my favorite game of all time. Now, I only played this a few years ago. I'm kind of late to it, but I still love this game a lot. All the levels in this game are really fun and actually different and unique. Yes, there's a few bad ones here and there, but there's also a few good ones here and there as well. And they even threw Yoshi in the mix as well. And Yoshi's one of my favorite characters, Mario characters. So, of course I like that. And I hope they port it to the Switch. Please.
So that was my top 5 games of all time. If you agree with any of my tapes, please let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, see y'all guys next video. I'm going to try to post a bit more though, but yeah. See you guys next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye.